Okay guys, today we're going to be looking at some of the old ads I used to get on Canadian television. Some of these you'll probably see if you're in America as well. These are just some of the commercials I remember seeing when I was a kid watching cable. Back in the days when people would actually watch cable, you know, before Netflix and all that. When I was younger, having cable was like the big thing. It was like, oh, you got cable, you know, how many channels you got? Oh, do you have a PVR so you can record shows and then skip through all the ads? But then we're kind of like going back in circles again with the streaming services though, because there's like 50 different streaming services now that you have to pay for. And then eventually they might start putting ads on their content. Hopefully not, because that would just suck. Anyway, so let's just get on to some ads that I used to watch when I was a kid. The first ad we're gonna look at is a US ad, but it's also been, like, I also saw this lots when I was a kid. Anyways, it's the Oreo Cakester commercial.
Billy's got an Oreo Cakester. Billy's got an Oreo Cakester. Billy's got an Oreo Cakester.
Bobby's got his first chest hair?
Who cares? Billy's got an Oreo Cakester.
Oreo Cakesters were the thing when I was in elementary school. Like, if you had those, you were so cool, and like, I always wanted them, but I never got them because my parents bought healthy food. So I never got to have them, and there was this one kid that did actually get them, and he got them in his lunch, and he'd do challenges with us during recess for who would get it. It'd be like, you know, we'd have to do races and stuff, like, see who could run across the field the fastest, or who could jump over something, or he could pretty much do whatever he wanted because he had those, and we'd just be like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Or he'd throw them and whoever was fastest would run and grab them, and then they'd get like squished and then they'd all be like crumbly, but nobody would care though, because, you know, they still tasted really good. But I don't think I've had an Oreo Cakester since I've been in like grade 7 basically, so do they still exist even? And then they had all the different varieties of them too. They had like the chocolate ones with like the chocolate filling, and then they had the golden Oreo Cakesters. Like, they had all the different types of them, and they were so good. Like, everybody wanted the chocolate Oreo Cakesters. Those were the best ones. It's making me hungry for an Oreo Cakester. I want to get one. I'm gonna have a look then. Next time I'm at the grocery store, I'm gonna have to see if they still have these, maybe get a couple. It's amazing all the memories it brings back of like the weird things you did. Like, and then looking back on it now, you're like, why did I do that? I'd wrestle with my friends for some cookies? Like, geez. Wow, it's kind of weird. Okay, the next ad we're gonna be looking at is the House Hippo ad.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
That ad was really confusing for me when I was younger. Like, I thought they were actually trying to convince us that that was like a real thing, and I'd be like, no, like, what are you guys doing? There's no way, that's not real, that doesn't exist. But really, it's just an ad for like you to kind of think about what you're watching on TV and the messages behind it. I guess it's like, it's actually got a good message behind it, like, you know, don't believe everything you see on TV because it's marketing and they're trying to influence your behavior. So, you know, it makes sense. But obviously the 10-year-old me wasn't that smart because I didn't understand that ad. Okay, the next ad I'm going to be looking at is the Martian Matter ad, the one that was often on YTV. If you watched any YTV when you were younger, probably you've seen this ad. I saw this ad so many times that I pretty much have the song embedded into my brain. So I'm going to play the ad now, see if you can sing along with the song. Do you remember how the words go? Because I sure do.
Martian Matter, alien maker, you can make your own army of alien invaders. Mix the molds for all kinds of combinations, you can design your own Martian nation. You can make them hard or make them sticky, cut them open inside it's sticky. Martian Matter, alien maker. Martian Matter!
Martian Matter Alien Maker, refilled, sold separately.
Martian Matter Alien Maker, refills sold separately. Oh my gosh, I remember that. I definitely wasn't the target audience for that commercial, but boy, it's catchy as heck. So, you know, I have that memorized, so if I ever need to sing a song, that's probably what my go-to will be. Marketing works, so there we go. On to the next ad. This is a balanced food and activity commercial.
You gotta balance food and activity, working together, the body electricity. Let's start with the food that your body load. You gobble it up and send it on the road. The food gets to its destination. It's pure gastric fascination. Your stomach acts like a wood-burning fire. It burns your lunch up, that's your body's desire. You gotta balance food and activity, working together, the body electricity. But there's a problem here that'll make your motor stop. When you just sit around, the engine will flop. So you gotta get moving for the work to be done. If you lay on a couch, you won't be any fun. If you just sit, your gut will be blue. If you sit and sit, you'll turn to goo.
So basically that ad was just about getting kids to be active because it's healthy to be active, and as we all know, sitting around isn't very good for you. The whole rhyme was balancing food and activity, but I feel like the food needs to be slightly higher up because food, like if you're eating pure junk food all the time, no matter what activities you're doing, you're not going to be healthy. It's still going to be like the food, what you eat is really important. That was the kind of old nutrition guidelines in the day, you know. You can eat whatever you want in moderation as long as you get enough exercise, but really that's not very true actually. The term moderation is pretty vague too. It's like, oh, you know, what is that? Like 1 meal out of your 3 meals a day? Or, oh, I only ate at McDonald's 2 times a week. You know, it's like, that's less time than you're not eating there, but it's still not good that you're eating at McDonald's. I don't know. You might not. You might be lost. The train might have gone. Anyways, I just feel like this ad is a little bit outdated because it puts a little bit too much emphasis on activity, because activity is really important to do, but eating is more important than activity. Anyways, and that was a bit of a rant. Now we're going to be looking at a Canadian anti-bullying ad, which was common on a lot of different channels. I can't remember which ones, but I remember seeing it, so we're going to look at it. So there you go. There's not that many, like, there's not very strict rules on this video. I can do what I want. I don't want to be whiny, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, there she is. She's such a loser.
I know.
What a geek. Get lost.
Words hurt. Don't be a part of it.
Words hurt, don't be a part of it. You heard it, so you can't put any mean comments down below because they hurt. So don't make me sad. I don't care. You can do what you want. But anyways, it's free country. The thing I find with anti-bullying ads is they always come across as like super unrealistic because like throughout all my years at high school and elementary school, I never got bullied like that. Sure, and I was not like a super popular person. Believe it or not, I don't think people just stand there and like yell at people like, hey loser. I feel like it's so much more subtle than they kind of show it in these ads. Like, you know, it's people, you know, not listening to you, kind of belittling stuff you do, comments behind your back. So I kind of find it funny when they show these kind of ads because I find them really hard to relate. Obviously, it's got a good message. You shouldn't bully anybody. It's not a nice thing to do. Comment down below, what do you think of that bullying? Was it realistic? Is that a good representation of bullying, or is it a bit kind of overdone, you know, or a bit kind of fake? Now we got an anti-drug one too. I'm not sure if I really remember this one, but when I was just looking through it, it was just kind of weird. So I thought I might as well look at it.
Hey, you ever thought about taking drugs?
I don't know.
Well, I never really thought about it. Think hard.
It's just so weird though, because he's like, he pulls his hands. He's like, hey guys, you want all the drugs? We got some heroin here, and we got some marijuana, we got a little bit of everything. I just find the way that they portray the drug dealers in these videos is very funny.
The first hit's free, but you find me when you need more. The choice is yours.
What do you think?
Nah, this jerk's not worth the time.
A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Like, just those eyes are crazy. Like, if I saw that when I was younger, that would have spooked me out big time. Like, I probably would have had like nightmares as well. Like, I don't know if I, you know, for like a week, probably wouldn't have been able to sleep, you know. So it shows a good message, you know. Don't do drugs, you know. Don't get caught up in drugs, but you know, there are different types of drugs and they can't all be put on the same level. So there we go. So if we take anything away from this, it's drugs are bad, you do drugs, you're bad, okay? I also feel like that guy looks like Cyrus from the Trailer Park Boys. Okay, the next ad we're gonna be looking at is a weird kind of like get active video, another PSA.
Get up and move your body at least 30 extra minutes each day.
So basically, if you can't take off your head and exercise and be like a really good contortionist dancer, you're not getting enough activity each day, so you're gonna melt in your chair. It's just a funny way to do it. Like, I guess they're trying to be entertaining, but I don't really see the point of like him popping off his head. Like, I don't know why he needs to do that. It confuses me. And it confused me when I was younger too. I was like, what the heck is this ad about? Why am I seeing this? What is going on? There's also another part to this ad too, but this is the one where he like, what's it called? That one was called body, and there's another part to this called head.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. When it's time to eat, use your head.
When I was younger, there was no way I needed to be reminded to eat. There's no way I'd be like watching TV and then be like, oh, why am I feeling so gross? I don't know. And then my head popped off and then I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta eat food. At least you can't say that the government of Canada isn't creative when it comes up with ads, because they sure were pretty creative. So if you're sitting on your computer and then your head pops off and rolls away, it's because you're hungry. So go get some food and, you know, stop starving yourself. It's not good to do that. Eat some food. So the next ad we're going to be looking at is a Yop ad. The Yop me mama one.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm still asleep. I really don't want no toast. I want no OJ, no tea, and no cereal. Eat me a yogurt drink, I'm wanting first. Oh, give me Yop, me mama smooth. Yup, me mama, give me up. Me mama, when the morning come, give me up. Me mama, yup, me mama, yup for when the morning come.
That look on that guy's face at the end is like, am I on drugs? Is that why does my mom sound like that? The reason I don't like this ad too is partly because they're advertising a very sugary yogurt drink. Like, that's not a good way to start your day. Like, they're like, I don't want, you know, orange juice, I don't want toast, I don't want cereal, when pretty much all those are so much better for you than having a yogurt drink like that. How much sugar is in an average Yop? Let me have a look. Okay, so I searched up how much sugar is in a Yop, and for 250 mils, there's 23 grams of sugar in there, which is quite a lot. Like, that's not something you want to be starting off your day with. That's what kind of bugged me about this breakfast too, because, you know, like, I never got Yop when I was younger because my mom was like, that's unhealthy, you can't have Yop. And it made me kind of mad because I wanted Yop, but I kind of see why my mom didn't let me have it. Now we're going to look at an elder abuse ad that was often run in Canada and really kind of spooked me when I was younger. I didn't like watching it. It made me feel bad. Now I'm making you feel bad by watching it, so here we go.
Many Canadians are in the dark about elder abuse. But turning a blind eye will only make the problem worse. Financial, physical, emotional, neglect. It's time to face the reality of elder abuse. Learn more at seniors.gc.ca.
I have a pretty good relationship with my grandparents, so, you know, we're pretty close, so it always just made me sad that people were taking advantage of old people like that, and I was just kind of like, oh, that doesn't make me feel very good, because I was pretty sensitive when I was younger too, so like, stuff easily got to me, and for some reason this ad really got to me, so there we go. You're learning a lot of stuff. I hope you're keeping track of this, you know? There's going to be a test at the end. If they were to do this ad nowadays, it'd just be somebody going, okay, boomer. Okay, so now we're going to end on a nice note. So while I was looking for all these ads, I actually found this old kids video that I remember being on the TV as well. It's called Nanalan. I'm not sure if you remember that, but like, it's this weird puppet and it's of this like little kid and they go over to their nana's house. I definitely didn't watch this because I was too old to watch it, so I don't know anything about this. When this was on TV, I was definitely too old to be watching it, but I still saw it somehow, so I don't know. I guess it's like when you're younger and you have cable and there's nothing good on, you'll watch pretty much anything when you're younger, so. Na na na. Yeah, see, I love it. I love this show. It's awesome. It really always bugged me how the cars weren't like vertical. They were like all like jammed up like sideways, and it was like, it kind of bugged me. And then also how the sign like comes in the car too. Like, that doesn't happen in real life, but obviously this isn't real life, but for me, it bothered me when I was younger, so I don't know. It's weird looking back on the stuff that you used to get annoyed at and then go, why was I getting annoyed at that? Like, why did that bother me?
Yes, I got, with
a bubble.
It's a bubble! I don't know. It's just weirdly funny for some reason. It's a very sweet show, you know? It's got good intentions on it. Nothing like today's shows all negative and everything like that. Back in my day, kids' channels are so much better. They had stuff like this. Now they're just weird YouTube's kid. Now they're just weird YouTube's. I can't even say YouTube anymore. Jeez. Now they're just weird YouTube kids' channels. So as you can tell, I had a great childhood. You know, watching this every day and having a fun time. Never had any Yawp or Sunny D, couldn't even get Oreo Cakesters, but I could watch Nana Land, so it's all good. And it's not Nana Land, it's Nana Lan. L-A-N. Not D, there's no D, so there you go. If you're trying to search it up to watch a couple when you're drunk or something like that, go for it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment down below what your favorite kids shows were when you were younger. I don't know, what did you like to watch?